Okay, so let's briefly look at the Excel ribbon. What is called the Excel ribbon? Um, Having looked at the basic features of Excel, the cells, the formula bar, the name box, the columns, the rows, and the spreadsheets, let's briefly get into understanding what the ribbon really is. Now, like I said in my earlier videos, depending on the version of your Excel, you may notice some few differences here and there, but the functionalities are pretty much the same. So we have the icons here. You can choose to add these icons here. So I've just added those that I frequently use. You can choose to add them by selecting them or deselecting them. That's why you see them here. And I'm on the tab called Home tab here. And the Home tab basically it contains most of the features that are used, frequently used features. Features like, for example, to do with the font size, the bold, italics, underlining the font, the fill color, the font color, how the text is aligned. So the Home tab contains the most frequently used icons here. So if you're looking for the most frequently used icons, you go to the Home tab. That's where you find those features. Next to it, you find the Insert tab. Insert tab allows you actually to do things like creating charts. You can create charts, tables. You can also create things like headers and footers, where you put page numbers if you'd like to insert some page numbers in your work. It also allows you to add actually external data or external objects, external information. For example, if there's an external file you'd like to insert in your spreadsheet file, that's what the Insert tab does. Then we have the page layout. This one pretty much just tells you how your page is laid out in terms of the orientation, the page size itself, if it's A4 for example, A5 and things like that. That's what the page layout does. It pretty much works with how your page is organized. Then we have the Formulas tab. Now, formulas are categorized in different categories, really. You have formulas that do with logic, with financial formulas, and something that manipulates text, dates, and so on and so forth. So if you want to see the formulas, you go to the Formulas tab on the ribbon here, and you get to explore them depending on what you're working in. It could be a financial document, or it could be about a statistical document. You get to find the different formulas on the formula and the Formula tab here. Next to it, you have the Data tab on the ribbon there. This one works with basically lists and groups of data. I will look at this into details in our subsequent videos, tutorials. Basically, it works with lists when you have some kind of data there, how you can manipulate it, how you can enter data, how you can work with them. Then the Review tab basically deals with things like corrections, the grammar, the auto check, just like in Microsoft Word or word processing program. This is what it does. Of course, it does have other features that you can work with depending on the data you are working on. Then you have the View tab here. This one really is all about how you see your spreadsheet. For example, I can choose to see these the grid lines, or I can choose to have a plain spreadsheet like that. You can choose to see the formula bar, or you can choose it to disappear. Even the way that the page is organized, whether it has page breaks or it's in a normal way and things like that. So the view is all about how you get to see your spreadsheet program. Then we have the Developer tab. In Excel, you get to work with things that are called macros. We'll look at these things in our future videos. But these basically are some kind of automated, you can record macros, you can write macros or operate macros. But for now, I just wanted you to get to have a feel of what you find on the ribbon, the Excel ribbon. Of course, you may have other, if you have added other tools to your spreadsheet program, you may have others. Like in my case, I have tools here. Using this particular version that I'm using here, I can convert, for example, PDF files to Word, or PDF to Excel, PDF to PowerPoint, and so on and so forth. So on the ribbon here, you get to work with these icons that you can use to do so many different things depending on what you are working on.